Hi YouTube, Mason Sushi here. I reached my 200 subscribers and I wanted to thank every one of you for subscribing. Sorry I hadn't put out videos in a while with the newborn, and I used that excuse last time, but it's true. It's very difficult the first few months when you have a newborn. You find that you spend your whole day working, you get home, you pick up the child from daycare, and then you mess with them and they only sleep for short periods of time, and they got to feed them again. So making videos has been really kind of difficult to do, and I've actually ignored some other hobbies of mine since having my second child here. But I'm hoping to get back into it as much as I can. I try to be honest with you, I try to record a couple videos at once when I do have some time, and then release them every few days. So there's something for you guys to watch, and it makes it a little easier on me instead of having to set a dedicated time to do it. But I wanted to thank everyone for 200. I never thought I'd get 200. I don't know if I'll ever get 300 or 400. Many people have, thousands and thousands. I just was looking back. I saw Pete Doors at 30,000. I remember watching him when he was, thanking, in the hundreds, when he had a few hundred people, and now he's at 30,000. So congratulations, Pete. He's over the 30, maybe even 33,000. But those are awesome dreams for him. I'm glad he does it and can do that. But I'm just really pleased with my 200. So again, thank you guys for watching. Maybe we might get a few more people. Please send requests too. I have gotten a few requests from people to do videos, and I try to do them as quick as I can, time permitting. I have one or two little fun videos I'm going to throw up. I've talked about it with the wife. Kind of fun stuff, but that isn't a normal kind of thing that I do. But anyway, I want to talk about game collecting addiction today. I really honestly sat here for a few minutes thinking about what to talk about before I cut the camera on, and I started thinking about, looking around my room, thinking about why do I buy what I buy. Part of any game collector that enjoys it, I think there's a certain point of a nostalgic thing, especially if they collect old titles and a general interest. My favorite game system is the Super Nintendo, but I don't collect the Super Nintendo like I collected the NES. The NES was more of a nostalgic thing. The Super Nintendo was more of a favorite thing. But then I start looking around going, okay, well I collect those are fine. I'm almost done with my 64 collection. I think I'm at about 60 games left, 50 games left or so for my 64. So I'm really trying to push that and get that done before summer's out, and which gives me like 2 months. But then I look around my room and I start thinking about other things why I collect them. Like, I've recently been picking up PSP games. I'm just kind of looking off camera. I got 15, 17 PSP games. I don't own a PSP. Why do I buy them? I'm kind of addicted to it. I'm addicted to game collecting. I guess it's kind of a hard thing for some to say. And I would even challenge some of the big collectors on YouTube that do videos. Wonderful people. And they're really interested in their collection. But do they collect because they really like it all, or do they collect because they enjoy a point of it? They enjoy getting certain parts of it, and then they're like, well, I already collected Nintendo, and I don't know, Super Nintendo and TurboGrafx or whatever, and then they're like, well, I'll just start picking up Genesis games, and then they just do that, and so they end up getting addicted because they enjoy the hunt. And personally, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy it. I'm addicted to the hunt of the hard-to-find game. It's really fun to go to the flea market, or to go to local stores, or to go on collector forums and try to get good deals and try to pick up rare stuff dirt cheap. It's what makes it fun. But if you only limit yourself to a couple of the systems that you're really interested in collecting for, you quickly either fill them out, or you just get bored. You just get sick of it. I mean, there was a point when I was only collecting Nintendo. In the mid-90s, one of the reasons I started collecting other systems. You know, I used to trade off my PlayStation 1 games and my, I didn't do it with my Nintendo 64, but I did it with my PlayStation 1. Well, I did do it with my Dreamcast some. I traded away about 10 import Dreamcast games. But you get to where you're like, I'm slowing down. It's not as much fun collecting just for one system. I want to collect for more systems. Now, is that you're collecting that system because you're generally interested in it? Or are you collecting it just because you have space? And then there's people that I honestly think that collect just so they can brag to other people. There's people that really get their shits and giggles by having people come over and think they're the god of gaming and game collecting, coming into their game room saying, "Oh God, you have all these games, look over here, this is like the mecca of gaming." I mean, you know, I have quite a few games in my game room, nothing near some of the other people on Nintendo Age or any other big collector forum, or on YouTube I've seen worldwide. But you wonder, are those people collecting because they enjoy every system they're collecting for, or are they just addicted to the hunt? I got to get a PSP so I can play some of my PSP games. You know, I got the Final Fantasy 1 and 2, which I love Final Fantasy 1. It's my favorite game, so that was kind of a given just to have it, you know, and the God of War on it. But then I started picking up other titles that looked kind of cool, like the Patapons, and you know, I got Exit because that just kind of looked cool. It's $5. You know, they were super cheap. I don't pay a lot for them. But you know, you just start thinking of like, what do you collect? Do you collect because you like it? Do you collect because you like bragging to other people and feeling kind of like badass because you got a big game collection, or are you on that path? I mean, do you have a small collection and you're thinking, you know, I want to get there so I can show off to my friends? Do you collect because it's a personal satisfaction? Do you collect because it's a hunt? Are you addicted to game collecting? And if you are, what part are you addicted to? Is, I guess, the question I want to pose YouTube today. Because the more I think about it, I really do think just people are addicted to games. I am. I enjoy it. I spend countless hours a week researching games and looking up their values and going on eBay and going to the game forums, which I really love the people there. And, you know, I'm not just in it for the collection. I'm in not just for the collection I'm interested in, like my NES or my Super NES. I get addicted to everything. You know, when I was first dating my now wife, there came a point where she said, you know, do I love you or do I love just being with you? You know, and at the time I didn't think anything of it, and now I realize if you apply that same thing to games and game collecting, do you actually love the games, or do you just love being with the games and hunting the games? Like, am I making myself clear? You know, do you really just like the games truly, or do you really just like having the games and the hunt for the games, and you're just addicted to it? That's just like who you are. It's part of your persona. It's what people say, like, oh, that's Mason, he's a game collector, you know. So you get addicted to that, so you want to be known as that. Anyway, leave your responses, please. Video responses are always welcome. I have gotten a couple, especially on my ladies video. That was really cool. Leave me, you know, positive or negative. You know, no bashing, you know. I don't mind disagreeing. And leave me questions too. Like I said, I'm going to try to make more videos over them. I'm going to print them off and then and do them. But guys, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching me. Hope I don't bore you. Please keep checking in. Tell your friends about me, and see you later.